Hello everybody, welcome back to the SBGamefun channel and to another episode of Starfield. Hope everybody's adjusting to daylight savings. I know we lost an hour this past weekend. And hopefully everyone's adjusting. We last left off here in the well. We are heading up to...
Nice day now.
Sure, dude. We're heading up to the junction box up top, so let's head up. And without further yapping from me, we can play some games, have fun. Wow, volume just did this big giant waterfall here is making a lot of noise. Okay, here, let's get out of here. Where does this take us?
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Wow. She's pretty dirty. Alright, so this takes us up to this spot here.
The Rangers had help from a newly arrived visitor, as of yet unidentified. Galbank praised the Freestar Rangers in a press conference, saying they remain trusted partners.
Okay, sorry. The SS and NN whatever. SSNN broadcast distracted me. Okay, so it takes us to the NAT station. I believe this is the one just below Mast. I think so. Yes, it is. Below the Mast building, which is right over here. It's outside and up, right there. Alright, so what are we doing? Okay, we need to go up and over there, so let's get out of here. Oh no, it's nighttime already. Now let's just play through the night here. Sunset. So going into this oh, am I going in the right direction? No, I'm not.
They drive a pretty
oh
hard
my
bargain
gosh.
for new recruits. I certainly
Hold on,
couldn't
hold
say
on.
no.
Getting disoriented by the way this floor plan is laid out. Okay.
So I got the last spaceship, but then I realized my tank sprung a leak. I'm stuck. And the only place close enough to land? Wait.
You're not suggesting.
Tolaman 2, Terramorph Heaven. So, I sat down, grabbed the highest caliber weapon I've got, and start walking.
Bull. If that had actually happened, you wouldn't be standing here.
No lie. Hell, you're welcome to go ask around the Marine outpost I stumbled into. They're the only reason I'm still breathing.
Set foot on that death trap. I think I'll just take your word for it.
Interesting conversation there. Tolaman 2. Okay, I remember that. I have to remember that. Alright. We need to go to that building. Cuss? CJ's? Yeah, CJ's, it looks like. Oh, let's take a look. Distracted. Some type of building mural. Looks weird. Didn't have any rhyme or reason. Graphics. See, that makes sense because it's mercantile. Wow, Jameson's got some serious ad space here. So does EIT. Okay, open 49 hours. Holy.
You should be getting close. locks on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. One never knows when information might be useful. Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch.
Alright, it goes to this building here at CJ's. It's not inside, but it's out here. Barrett, man.
Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections. Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Okay, I thought it was CJ's, but it is not. It is in this Athena tower here, so let's go in and take a look.
Check. Breath?
Check.
Shower? Hair?
Check and double check.
Lucky shed.
It's never let me down.
You are ready for some shock and awe, girlfriend. He won't know what hit him.
I guess she's helping a friend out on a date. Alright. Oh, finally a door. Haven't done one of these in a long time. Okay, that's that one. And okay, I think this one goes right here. This one goes right here. And this one goes right there. So we have the top one, which is this. There we go. There we go.
And click. You got it.
Alright, just in case, man. Don't know what to expect in here. You're gonna cut. Dude, you're supposed to cover my rear, man. Okay, let's do a... Oh, look at that. Oh, washer and dryer. I thought it was actually speakers. Lager, food. Okay, let's clear the building first. Shower. More books. Oh, these are all stealing if I steal. Alright, so let's not bother with it. Let's check this laptop. Let's take a look at the program update. Let's see what it says here. Program status pause. Current slicing target. ATM transfer. Fee, New Atlantis, slicing value, 1 credit or 0.001 credit. Total value, wow, 305,000 credits. That's a nice siphoning program there. Downloading to external device. I think that's what just happened. Let's read the recent message. Dodson. My guys got creative with the rewiring. You should have all the juice you need to run the program non-stop. So stop messaging me and get to work. I expect my cut soon. And keep the darn door locked. Last thing we need is someone poking around. Even if Galbank notices the missing funds, they won't have a way to trace it. They'll call it a malfunction and wipe the records like they always do. Money's all digital anyway. They can literally just make as much as they want. Newman. Okay, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it does have some rings of truth to it. Because that's why I'm not a big fan of digital money, because it could be wiped out instantly. That's why I like, I mean, banks are digital, so they keep a record of my bank account, but I also have paper records. So hopefully nothing goes bonkers and we don't lose all our money. All right, enough of my yapping. Back to the desktop. All right, so we need to get out of here. I gotta give you a new weapon, buddy. Do I have a weapon that I'm not using? A cutter. No, I don't. I should give him a bigger gun, I suppose. The justifier. Nope, I'd like that one. Brute force. The Ashta Tamer. Oh, the advanced Ashta Tamer. No, that's the... This is a shotgun, right? The shotgun, where's the shotgun? Brute force is right here. Oh no, that's a named weapon. That's one of my, okay, I'll hang on to it for now. I'll find something else for Barrett later. Alright, now our task. What is our task now? We need to return something. Deliver the evidence to Louisa Reyes or deliver the evidence to Zoe Kaminsky. I'm going to try to be as honest as I can be as an honest player. I know it's a game. I can get it. But I'll just try to do the right things if I can. So let's drop it off with Reyes. Barrett, you hang out there, Barrett. Okay, let's holster this weapon. Don't need to scare a bunch of people. Are you still hanging out here, ladies? Whoops. Okay, so we need to head back to the well, it looks like.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
Am I going the right direction? No, I'm
Having
not.
a good one?
Again, the customer satisfaction survey of human
Okay. Is it this way? No, I think it's closed off right there. So let's go this way. Man, these metropolises are massive. Or at least this one. The Embassy District. Oh, there's the two guys having a conversation about some place. Okay. Down below here. Gotta get my coffee fixed. Alright. Trident Luxury Lines. Style among the stars.
pirates have been emboldened lately, frequently venturing into Freestar Collective space, and now launching more.
Alright, so we have two options.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor.
Give it to Louisa or give it to Kaminsky.
They're willing to change if it affects their own life, but
Zoe. Louisa or Zoe?
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
Definitely a red flag. I'd stay away if I were you.
Yeah. Don't look at me when you say that.
How's everything with you?
Just taking things
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick save here. And maybe try both options, maybe? No, or we'll just commit to one.
Your file says you have a military background. Well, don't embarrass your old outfit. Stay out of trouble.
We're hiring if you are interested. Ask in the security office.
Alright. So her or her? Who might give me more dough, I think.
Have you got the data?
Let's give it to her, see what happens.
It down. You've got something to show for it?
Here you go.
Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this.
She gave me 3,300 credits. I think that's fair.
So, looks like maybe someone thought they could hack into Galabank's system. In fact, looks like maybe they did. Still want to claim you had nothing to do with this, Zoe?
My dear, why in the world would I want to break the law? And Galbank, no less. I do quite enough business with them as it is.
All right. Well, I'll have some people look over this. Maybe they'll be in touch.
I very much doubt that.
See you around.
Yeah, she deals in...
There are always about a million things to do.
Yeah.
And I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming.
So she deals in you know, general stuff. Black market, gray market. So, would she have given me more?
If there's something you need, the Trade Authority has access to goods and services no one else does. No one.
No, I don't want to go through this
Need
whole
anything else? You know where to find us.
conversation string there. That whole conversation tree string. What am I? Crazy? Alright. I think that's it. I don't have any more quests. I got a crap load of quests though. I don't want to do the main quest. I want to build up my character like all good gamers. Get a good high-end character, then we go pursuing the main quest. Alright, so let's so we completed
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP in A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid in MS. But at least then we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, am I right?
Okay. That was a load of acronyms. Alright, so okay, let's take a look at Kelton. Oh, look! Kelton Frush. Mr. Frush. The tree guy. I think he's got something for us. So let's head to... Oops. No. Let's head to the tree guy and...
I think I got them. What do you call them?
See if we can finish the quest. This route takes me to Mast, to the Nat and to Mast. So that's an okay route. Okay. Hopefully it's daylight now. Or is it still nighttime? Oh man, it's still nighttime. And Kelton is all the way in the... He's working around the clock, man. He never stops working.
To keep up with demand in the settled system. After an astounding 10 years.
Mr. Frush.
Huh. Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I hadn't expected to run into you again.
Looks like you're still hard at work. Last time I saw you, you were pretty agitated.
Yes, well, I had good reason to be distressed. You had already helped me establish that there is something unprecedented going on with this tree. Now my superiors have been made aware. There is growing concern. Oh my. A bit of an unintentional pun, isn't that? Well, concern that things are going to get worse. The data we gathered points to a definitive trend. The vibrations coming from this tree are increasing in strength and frequency. Because we've never seen this before, not on this scale, we have absolutely no idea what the upper limit is. We don't know when or even if this will stop. It's imperceptible by normal human standards now, but given time. While I hesitate to speculate on the possibilities, well, none of them are good.
You must have some kind of plan. Sounds like it's time for the tree to come down. Oh no, we don't want to do that.
I am attempting to formulate one, yes. But until I have all of the relevant information, it is impossible to do so. There is data regarding other, younger members of the species. Unfortunately, there are some, shall we say, personal issues with acquiring it. Personnel issues, if you understand me.
Oh, he's got a co-worker he doesn't like. Let me guess, co-worker and jilted lover. And now you need my help again. Let's say that. We don't see these games make your character a jerk. Cause I don't know Kelton Frush. So why would I make this comment? I mean, I've worked with him, but I don't know him well enough to make this type of comment. It's just weird.
Not necessarily, but if you're offering your services, you've certainly proven to be reliable help in the past. One of the other researchers in MAST, Emilio, has research I believe could be vital to my work here. He and I don't see eye to eye, and so far he's refused to turn it over to me. I'm hoping that if someone else were to ask, he might be more inclined to relinquish it. What do you say?
Okay, I'll get your research. I don't want to get involved in this. I get it. You want me to squeeze him, make him squirm. Why won't Emilio turn the data over to you?
He's held a grudge against me for years. It's petty, really. I'm sure he thinks that doing this now will hold back my career. He wouldn't listen when I tried to explain this isn't about me. There are bigger concerns.
All right, dude. I'll get your research.
Oh, thank you. Last I knew, he was on a field assignment somewhere near the outskirts of the city. Perhaps it's best if you don't mention my name in the process.
Talk to Emilio Haddock. Okay, he is in that direction, so let's go over there. Is this the outskirts of the city? Who knows? Only the shadow knows. Where's that from? What was that from? Anybody know? Nope. Oh my gosh, this guy's over here doing tree work over here too. One guy's over there. One guy's over here. Both. That sounded weird. Like there's some animal in there. Okay, Emilio.
Of all the assignments they could have given me. Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings.
Goodness. I'm on mass business too. Need some research data on trees. We can throw Kelton under the bus and say, Kelton, Frush asked me to get data from you. Or we can say, I'm on mass business too. Need some research data on trees. Let's say that.
Trees? I see what's going on here. You're working with Kelton, aren't you? Nice try, but it's not happening. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not helping him with that.
You should be a bigger man here. You should be the bigger man here. Oh, Kelton says this isn't about him. Lives could be at stake. Why are you so against helping him? Yeah, let's find out.
Kelton screwed me over good. Probably ruined my chances for advancing in Mast. I'm not going to forgive that, ever.
Holding an old grudge. Kelton says this isn't about him. Lives could be at stake.
Right. Of course, we're all in danger. Trees are involved after all. He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in Mast.
Oh no. This sounds shady. I don't want anything to do with it. What do you want me to do?
Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around.
Erasing some files. See, that's just as bad as taking data and monopolizing it. Certain types of data. Alright. What do I want to do here? This is skirting some grazed areas here. Alright, fine, I'm in. Yeah, I have to because I can't finish the other quest. Oh, man.
Wait, really? Wow. Okay. Okay.
You know, fine. What could go wrong?
I've gotten a few bad performance evaluations in the last couple of years. Totally unjustified, incredibly unfair. I found a backdoor into the Mast network so I could make some changes to my personnel file. But it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked.
I can persuade him, go through a whole persuade check thing, or we can actually try to do this. I've been failing miserably with this in the first series of persuade, so I think I'm just going to avoid it. Well, that might build up my persuade, right? No, I don't have that skill yet, or at least I'm not building up on that. Sounds okay. Let's just sounds fun. I like the challenge. So it's doubly illegal. Why not just finish what you started all by yourself?
Anytime now, pal.
Okay. Sounds fun. I like the challenge.
Okay, let's not get too excited. It should be really simple. Just get in, access her terminal, delete the files, and get out. Really simple.
Really simple. Okay, Mr. Emilio. What exactly is this data I'm deleting for you?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just, pretty much everything in my personnel file. Most of it is fine, of course. I'm good at what I do. I just received a few very unfair reviews recently, and I figure, why not start over completely?
That's just too crazy, dude. So you get a chance to start over. Ah, the old clean slate. Used it myself once or twice. Oh, I wish I had. This is unprofessional and unethical. Oh, let's say that. Let's see if we can drive this. Aren't you worried someone's going to notice it's missing? Or we can say this. Let's say this one.
Ugh, you've definitely been working with Kelton. He's starting to rub off on you.
What exactly do you... Okay, no, I want to see what the other one says.
Don't worry about it. It's just, most of it is fine, of course.
Aren't you worried someone will notice it missing?
Not much experience with government bureaucracy, huh? The Mast network is running off hardware that is decades old. They don't upgrade anything unless it's absolutely necessary. This will just be one entry in a long list of mild annoyances that aren't worth following up on. It's kind of amazing, really.
All right. Look at that. Look at his jacket. It's literally a vinyl tarp. All right, dude.
Best of luck out there.
Best of luck. Uh-oh.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right
Dude,
now.
why is he giving me a
Instead
quest?
of dreaming about me, stop.
I'm not dreaming about you, you dope. Why is both of these selected? Talk to Barrett. No, let's just talk to him.
Hi and say hello, okay? I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty nostalgic, and I started digging in some old things. Just sort of reminiscing. I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice.
I hope that was a comfort. That sounds depressing. Were these previously unread messages? Whoa, wait, what are you talking about? Okay, I hope that was a comfort.
It was surreal, honestly. So, most of the messages were everyday things. Lots of excitedly written news about biodiversity and plant life. But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there. But the message was garbled after that.
Interstellar communication isn't always reliable. I hope there's a point to this story. Are you seriously worried about something from 20 years ago? Interstellar communication isn't always reliable.
True, but this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted. Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset.
Let's get the time machine. Oh, jeez. That must have been difficult to hear, Barrett. What was the message?
He said they were going to destroy his life if he didn't leave the planet now. Then he asked me to help clear his name. Said they had a case against him. Oh, he sounded so upset.
Okay, was he injured?
No, he was frustrated and angry. He said they were going to destroy his name.
Okay, let's get the time machine.
I know this is probably long done, but I heard his voice. I can't just not look into it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help.
This recording is 20 years old. Irvin is dead. We can't help him. Who is they? Framed for what? And you didn't notice this encrypted message before?
No, I just thought it was garbled. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
Who is they?
His former employers at some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company.
Framed for what?
Not exactly sure, but he mentioned a court case. So I think there's a paper trail.
Alright. Irvin is dead. We can't help him. This recording is 20 years old. Yeah, let's say that.
I understand that. Trust me. But I still want to know what happened. He mentioned a court case. So there's a paper trail. Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
Oh my gosh, we're giving you money. This should be enough. What is your contact going to do for us?
He knows how to navigate archived and redacted legal documents, so he'll look for anything to do with Irvin on Gagarin. If those documents are protected, he might have to pay to access them. Might need to grease some palms, too.
And he needs 2,500 credits. Oh my gosh, how much do I have? Well, I have over 100, so let's give it. I don't want to give him money, but I'll give it to him.
That works. I'll tell them to go ahead with the investigation. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him, even though I know I can't. Does that make any sense?
Why does it give me this weird option? No, it doesn't make sense. Irving is gone. If Irvin was that upset, then it must still be important. No, it doesn't make sense. See, all these options are weird. Do you think this will help him? He's dead. He knows that. If Irvin was that upset, then it must still be important. Yeah, we'll say this one.
I appreciate that. It's going to be hard to get some sleep tonight after all this. But the fact that I'm doing something about it might be enough to help. Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything.
Alright, so I burned like 10 minutes trying to get that out of him. So let's go and walk across all this roots and grass. Okay, I can't see there. It's nighttime in New Atlantis. Oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna burgle. We're going to burgle an apartment and get data. Well, this might be a time. Well,
first day tomorrow?
Yeah, I officially passed my certificate. You're looking at a genuine spaceport technician.
Fancy. You making the large stacks of credits now?
Oh, the largest.
Looks like we're eating at Dawn's Roost tomorrow night.
I was thinking maybe chunks.
Be still, my heart.
I love these little conversations yeah, all these nice little conversations. Okay, so there's a robot here, cleaning bot. There is no cameras. Okay, that must be our door right there. Alright, so let's oh, it's a novice lock. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, this is not it. So it must be the one for the bottom. This one is not it either. But this might be here, so we can use one of these here, right? No, it only works here, so maybe this one is here. Yep. So this one and this one. Okay, so this one, that leaves us with these two. There we go.
Now, let's see what's in there.
Is there anyone here? Okay, let's do this quickly. I don't want to. Progress reports. Let's read that before we mess with the personal files here. Your progress report. You have 0 progress reports that require attention. Okay. Alright, let's mess with the personal files. Let's take a look at Kelton Frush. Recommendations. No recommendations. Disciplinary issues. One report for obsessive behavior. Report by Security Chief Sarkin. Mr. Frush was accused of attempting to ambush President Abello, stating that it was a matter of imminent danger and that life will find a way. Mr. Frush has been warned to not enter the central command floor of MAS for the period of no less than 3 months. So he has some impulse issues there. Yeah. Do we want to purge the files? No, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Hidek Emilio. Both these guys work for this person here. So recommendations, there's no recommendations. Disciplinary action, 3 prior report for insubordination. Reprimand for missing deadlines. Report by Frush Kelton. Mr. Haddock refused to carry out assignments, stating they were beneath him, and there are plenty of idiots who can scrape bark. Mr. Haddock was removed from his research team and placed on administrative leave. Well, this guy's issues, man. But in order to help the other guy, we have to help him first. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and purge. Boom. Close that. Close that. I wonder what would happen if I purged this one too. Ooh. I hope that didn't do anything weird. Alright, let's get out of here. Before we... Oh, jeez. Ran into the door there. Drink up that milk, lady. Alright. You know, I'm kind of glad this is all on the same area. Whatever area this is. Is it residential? Commercial? Gabe Westland, dude. Oh, wow. There's security guards everywhere. Walking patrols. Hanging out in the dark. Okay.
You were out there a lot, right?
Yes, I was. Alright, dude.
You have some good news for me?
I don't like it, but I did it.
Oh, boo-hoo. We both get what we want. I took a peek on the network, saw that things have updated. Great job. You came through for me, so now I'll do the same for you. This slate has all the data Kelton needs. Hand it over to him, stuff it down his throat. It's all the same to me.
Alright, so now we need to go... I mean, literally stone's throw away from Kelton. All these guys are just here scraping bark. Okay, let's run here. Alright, Kelton.
I tried to tell my colleagues that botany was important. I tried to warn them. I hope you have the data. It's really quite crucial.
You're a little eccentric. That's why you got flagged for trying to talk to the president. Alright. You don't want to know what I had to do to get this. You owe me for this, Kelton, more than you know. There may have been some illegal activities involved in getting my hands on this. You don't want to know what I had to do to get this.
You're absolutely right. I don't want to know. I'm sorry if this was complicated. I'd prefer to remain unaware of the details in the event that it comes up later, particularly in a legal setting. And I suppose I'd better verify the data to make sure Emilio didn't double-cross me. But you have once again come through for me. I'm truly hoping that this is the last piece I need to figure out what we can do.
I'm just doing my part. Cutting the thing down is always an option. I'll do anything if the credits are good. Let's actually explore this. Cutting the thing down is always an option.
Clearly, I am doing all I can to avoid that. Thank you for your assistance.
That was it? Oh, look, there's a still thing on his head. Am I done?
I couldn't have gotten this slate without your help. Thank you.
Oh, I gotta check in with him later. Oh, man. Gotta get this stinking quest done. Okay. Alright. Well, I originally came down here because I was thinking about joining MAST. Or the UC. Do that quest line. So we might as well start it. And then we'll pick up all the side quests on the side. We already did the Freestar Rangers. My intent was, my brother mentioned, to get that ship, and I got the ship. Okay, his quest is still marked on the screen, so I'm going to uncheck that. Don't need him. Okay, see, I got a crap load of quests here. And then a bunch in here in the activities. Oh my gosh. It's like my quest list in Skyrim. Because I'm just free running around doing my own thing, and I just got a huge quest. I pick up quests and leave it alone. Alright, dude. Alright.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
Okay, I'm game. Just tell me what I need to do next.
Well, alright. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Alright, so... what the heck? Oh, man, I was looking down there and it popped over here.
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Yes, I have official business. Okay, I got about 10 minutes. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I'm just going to sign a signature. Enlistment agreement. Sonny boy. To register your examination, please check and select enlistment agreement. Note, any outstanding UC bounty must be paid before proceeding. I don't have any bounties, so let's do this. Applicant, Sonny boy. Current bounty 0. By joining the United Colonies Vanguard, you agree to perform a necessary service for the United Colonies that could place you in serious danger, resulting in harm to your craft or yourself, up to and including death. In exchange, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to compensate all captains according to their experience level and the difficulty of the task requested. All applicants will be required to earn a satisfactory grade on a simulated combat flight. Ooh. Successfully complete a probationary mission. Upon the completion of both prerequisites, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizenship application and guarantee the granting of the United Colonies citizenship once sufficient time or acts of valor have warranted. Do you agree to the above commitment and wish to initiate your journey with the United Colonies Vanguard? Yes, I agree. Consent document. You may proceed to the examination chamber through the orientation hall. Yes. Welcome, Sonny boy. Please proceed to the orientation hall for the examination.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Oh, man. Hopefully this... I got about 9 minutes. Oh, no. I gotta go through all this? What is this?
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
Oh, so it's like a... Thank you, Barrett. A tour. We have to visit the tour.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
2230. That's almost 50 years later. The Free Star was 2188. Ooh, look at this. House of Varun.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Okay, that's an interesting choice of the story arc of this game. The House of Varun uses a serpent. That's an interesting choice of gods. Literally, the antithesis of the Christianity, where the serpent is denoted as the antagonist.
The Free Star Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Free Star Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
All right. So we can see the sort of conflict between all these factions.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Free Star, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification a goal of all space. Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC Xeno weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
Omitting the verifiable facts about a conflict only ensures a repeat performance.
So, like I said, I can't take this completely because there's always some form of information cited to one faction. Dude.
But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Well, I'm running out of time, but I'm going to try to finish up this whole section right here. Wow, I assume that's a mech right there. This has been banned now, so I assume a pilot sits into that cockpit right there. So some pretty heavy-duty equipment, and this must be a Xeno weapon.
All 4 of my last science papers have been on terramorphs.
This is a terramorph? Wow, what a strange looking creature.
This thing's like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly in real life.
Yeah. Oh, I almost missed this one.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Okay, those two guys we heard talked about terramorphs, and they talked about it on Tomalon or whatever that place too. So this has something to do with it. Terramorphs.
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinian? Gave it over to these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war. Might have gotten off too lightly.
Executed. Maybe one of those 3.
devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Vae Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
It was a scary time, to say the least. The Armistice was the only way we could survive. Until the next terrifying weapon, anyway.
That's interesting. Vae Victus, that one guy, that bartender, was it the Den? Bartender on the Den is putting up posters trying to vindicate Vae Victus because they had executed him for a crime against, I guess, humanity by running a xenomorph program. This must be UC garb. Let's keep going here. I'm overrunning, but I gotta overrun.
How you doing?
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Alright. Whoa, that is a nice looking spacecraft. I'd like to get one that big. Look at the guns on the front. That just looks goofy. Yellow guns. Alright. And this is a Vanguard pilot here. UC Navy. Alright, let's keep going here.
No one is born a United Colonies citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
And that is it. So we need to go to the Vanguard Pilot Simulator. But we will do that, folks, on the next episode. Appreciate you joining me on this episode of Starfield. We just got a nice little brief history of the UC. So that was cool. But again, we will tackle the simulator thing on the next episode. Again, appreciate you joining me. And we will follow up with the next episode. We will follow up with the simulator. Until then, have a good one.